start it. Hey guys, my name is Brian Storm, top 10 NHL versus player, and today we are going to be analyzing defensive tactics and positioning on these plays that I'm going to show you. It's kind of hard to make a video like this without having the right video clips for every kind of situation, so I'm going to take the last 10 or so minutes of the game and come up with the flawless defensive strategies for both sides. I was kind of pouncing on this guy, so he ended up rage quitting, but to make up for it, we'll analyze what he should have done against my offense. So I guess this is going to be the start of the period. I think this is the start of the second period. Ref's going to drop the puck, and he's going to win. So the first thing that I do when an opponent wins a faceoff is I charge at him with my center forward. I try to get a poke check just so that maybe I can just force a breakaway right off the bat. It doesn't work out. He ends up passing the puck, and he goes right in. So when I play defensively, a little thing I like to do is grab the right-handed defenseman, and I charge the left side so that my left defenseman can handle the right side. Watch how this plays out. So I go in for the hit right here, and just in case he wanted to make some kind of fancy move and start heading towards the right side, my other defender would have been able to handle it. I went for the hit right here, though I normally just go for the poke check. In this case, I'm using Bufflin, a really big guy. He's able to knock him off the puck. But Bufflin does not pick up the puck. So instead, we have whoever the hell this is, Taves, I think, picking up the puck on the left side of the ice. And so right here, his only real option is to pass it back to his defenseman here or dump the puck. There's no way in hell he's going to be able to score from here. So that's the first thing I think of. He might be able to get a pass to this guy as well if he goes down a little bit further. So because I anticipate the pass back to the defenseman, I try to go back a little bit here, but I'm a little bit too slow. And of course, that's what he ends up doing. He spins like in an arc back towards his defenseman, but instead of passing it, he decides to just play the puck, which is a risky move for him because he's not really gonna be able to pass my AI here, and that's what I end up letting like my AI do. I let him handle defensive play right here because he's going to time up into the boards. And so now another one of my AIs is coming here, and I'm handling the pass to the deep into the zone. So I'm going downward in case he decides to pass here, and my AI hopefully will come into this play and try to force him, try to poke the puck, which he kind of does, but not quite how I expected it. This ends up being a loose puck, so I grab it. I try to like pass it out, which I do right here. And away we go. So now I'm heading into his zone. We're not going to analyze this offensively. We're going to analyze it defensively, what this guy should have done. So defensively, the two primary concerns in a one-on-one situation like this is the forehand shot and a backhand deke. So like a toe drag, for instance. The toe drag will allow me to get by him. The forehand shot is going to be a high percentage shot, which has a chance to go in. Normally, what you would want to do, which I don't think this guy really does too well, is you want to be very patient and make sure that you're poking the puck as much as you can, or try to poke the puck as much as you can, to just get this off of this guy's stick, to get rid of the one-on-one situation. But when I'm doing stick handles, where I'm kind of like moving the puck away from me and away from him, for example, like this one is really hard to poke check. And so right here, your best bet is to get a little bit closer so that I don't take this shot, or again, I could go between the legs and make a deke. And so he ends up just not doing anything. I was pretty much a gimme for me. Defensively, this person has the puck. So he has probably like three defenders here trying to steal the puck away from me. This is not a good situation for him just because you don't want to have so many people deep into your zone. If I get rid of this puck and let's say I pass it out here along the boards, pass it to my right, or get a lucky pass to this guy, Pavelski. It can end pretty bad. And the reason for that is you have three defensemen in this play, and if I get rid of the puck, then it becomes a 4-on-2 situation, which you never want to be stuck in. And what's worse is I didn't even pass the puck. I managed to get out of it just by taking a simple, simple turn, simple glide to the right here, and it causes this scenario where it's pretty much a 3-on-0. So when you get a chance, like what this guy should have done with this guy is wait in front of the net and just see what happens. Let your AIs handle any kind of board play. AIs in this case fucked it up, but it'll happen. And so then when the AIs fuck it up, you'll notice that I'm going here, and so he would have been waiting right around this area to stop any kind of passes that might occur. And so what I do is I end up taking this pass here for cross crease one-timer, but I don't think it works out too well because his AI actually ends up coming back into the play, which is very fortunate for him. Yeah. So now the puck goes the other way. Okay, so now we're going to talk neutral zone stuff. Neutral zone defense, positioning. So I know that this guy here is probably not going to go full speed ahoy, even though it's Carter, a sniper. He's not going to go full speed ahoy into my side of the ice. I mean, you can. It's a lot easier to get the breakout pass because you'll leave these forwards hanging and they won't be able to backcheck as easily. But the first thing I expect is he's going to pass this puck. Left or right, it doesn't really matter. But as soon as he passes it, as soon as he releases the puck like this, I'm pressing the right trigger to try to switch my player over to Bufflin on the left. And when you take a pass, you don't have much time to do anything with the puck. Usually, this is what happens. The puck goes right in front of you, and I think he ends up hustling forward, so it makes it even easier for me. So, Bufflin, I switched to Bufflin, and I accidentally switched him again while I already had like my input to go for this hit. But actually go for the hit, poke check. But that's what ends up happening here. I poke the puck from him, just kind of like a weird looking poke. Then I kind of go for a little hit, which I think might have been the computer. And I get rid of the puck from him. Sometimes, unfortunately, like this guy could get it right after you poke it. Not much you can do about it. Try to be a little bit more passive with your other defensemen. But now we go the other way. So here I am. I'm coming in with a defender, and coming in with a defender on the offense is kind of risky because if you get rid of this defender, it kind of creates an odd man rush situation because there'll be one less defender in the other zone. But I do it anyway. It's a pretty fun thing for me to do because I can then have three people on the blue line here. Since one of them's a forward, they're kind of playing defense. The other one's a center, kind of in the middle. And then you have my other defenseman, I think. No, it's another forward. I don't know why he's all the way back here. Doesn't matter. So defensively, when you see a defender like this, unless it's like Shea Weber or Chara, like two of the biggest guys that can lay a slap shot, and I'm on my backhand, chances are I'm not going to shoot this puck. Or even try to do anything too fancy with it. I just go for my backhand pass because that's really one of the only moves that I can do here, other than get rid of the puck, like dump the puck here. But I would only worry about dumping the puck if you like see someone dump the puck 1 or 2 times in a game, then you'll know that you know to expect that in the future. So I passed the puck back here. Defensively, what should have been done here was he should have switched to this guy here, have Subban, his AI, play defense and charge this guy. And then when he switches to this guy, Robitaille, he could have played a little bit more aggressively on these two guys here to try to stop this pass. So that guy ends up getting the puck, which is weird because they're both all over it. I guess one of them should have ended up getting it. And so now I have the puck right in the middle here with Malkin. And this is a pretty dangerous spot I've noticed this year. Anything in the middle, in the slot, or at the point in the middle, it's dangerous to take a slap shot from here because it has a high percentage chance of going in. So first priority is make sure I do not take a slap shot from here. Wrist shots aren't too bad from here, as long as I don't get close. So right here, this guy probably should have went for a poke check as soon as he got to about this distance. If he gets closer like this, you do not want to poke check. You're gonna trip him. He goes for a hit with Duncan Keith. All right, maybe that's not too bad. For some reason, I thought it was Kane. I was like, yeah, Kane's gonna lay a big hit on Malkin. But he goes for a hit and doesn't end up too well for him. I end up going right around him, and now I'm on the left side of the ice. So I end up going for the D-to-D one-timer here because shooting from here with all of the bodies in front of the net, it's hard to do one of those shots I was showing you guys, the crisscross shot, because that's really a breakout play, like on the rush. Doing that from here is almost impossible. You're gonna hit someone, and it would be nice to like get a deflection over here by Ovechkin, but Ovechkin's not very good at deflections from what I noticed. Not the point. So I go for a D-to-D one-timer here. And what he should have done, well, first of all, is he should have not fucked up with Duncan Keith. But from here, there's not much that you can do. I probably would have switched to Robitaille, anticipating a D-to-D one-timer maybe. He could have passed to this guy, or I could have passed to this guy, sorry. But even then, like, I don't have anything, I wouldn't have an immediate shot that's dangerous. So this guy's the most dangerous person on the ice right now because he is wide open, all by himself, all alone, and can obviously take the D-to-D one-timer. So I would have switched to Robitaille. I would have moved to the right and try to stop a one-timer shot from happening because this is gonna hurt. Thankfully, Subban's in a pretty good position to block this on the left, but there's nothing blocking it on the right, and that's where I usually shoot. And here comes Ovechkin, deflecting this and not doing a good job. Wait, how you doing? Actually, it wasn't Ovechkin. I'm sorry. Pavelski. Yeah, that was a nice deflection. Yeah, who does that? Looks like you're on a horse or something. It doesn't matter. Should have been a double deflection too. That would have been kind of cool. So yeah, so this guy ends up deflecting it, and Robitaille should have tried to do something with him really. But instead, I don't even know who he's using right now. He's using Subban in the back. That's not a good move. So we're back behind the net here again, and he goes with Carter on the left, which I guess would have been trying to block a pass here. I don't know. Again, let your AIs handle this part. And what's worse is, oh yeah, so he took control of Subban as he was probably gonna, as the AI was gonna do something, and that fucked up his AI, his defenseman. So now I have a pretty good high percentage shot here. But let's go back a little bit. And again, what I would have done is try to switch to Subban or at least Carter. Now Carter's already out of this play. But if I was Carter here, I would have just stood kind of in between Ovechkin and Pavelski, the 2/8s, to try to stop this pass. And if he somehow made it past Subban, then I would have been aggressive and try to poke the puck away from him. What ends up happening is I go past him and I take a shot right here. This is a pretty damn good shot. Well, it's a pretty good it's a pretty damn good chance at a shot. Somehow he makes the save. That's okay. So the puck gets behind the net once again. What does he do? He chases me, and that person's immediately out of the play because I'm going around this way. So now it's a 5-on-4 essentially. And he makes a smart play here by being aggressive on my person coming around the net. Except he doesn't even poke this. He poked it a little late. He should have poked that a lot earlier. Instead, his skate hits it, so it's kind of fortunate for him, and the puck gets loose somewhere around here. And then I'm just taking shots just because the goalie's kind of in an awkward position, so I might as well take a shot. Let's see, so defensively, he picks up the puck. Ovechkin's right on his ass. He somehow gets the puck over here. Let's see, what could he have done from here? From here, it's probably best to just pass it along the boards right here and hope that Subban gets it. But instead, he ends up kind of trying to play it, and he gets really close to Malkin over here, who ends up poking it. And here we go again. So he finally passes it out towards the middle, which is a smart play because there's no one on this guy, Bure, the Russian Rocket. And Bure can do a lot of things. He's got like 98 skating, 98 shooting or whatever. His handling's pretty decent too. So this is kind of worrisome. And here I'm trying to switch to straight just so that he can't take this forehand shot because it's very deadly. He ends up curving around for some reason. And then he gets hit by my AI. Not good. Not good for the Russian Rocket. So again, I'm letting this AI handle it because trying to get the puck away from someone along the boards is pretty hard. I just poke like crazy, but you never want to be the guy that's holding him up trying to poke because then he's going to get out of it and he's able to make a play out of it. Somehow this guy ends up getting the puck. Down we go the other way. So I made a long stretch pass to this guy, Forsberg, sorry, on the left here. And defensively, if I cut to the middle here, it's pretty dangerous. If I go to the right, it's not that big of a deal. Like this will not lead to a goal if I go over to the right, at least not immediately. That's kind of what I end up doing just because I see this guy here, and I feel like he might cut in and try to hit me. So I don't cut into the middle. Here you can see I switched to my forehand to try to cut to the middle now or try to make a little play. I don't know what I'm doing. And he's using Campbell, not a great defenseman. I think that's one of his random draft champions defensemen. And he bites on my little backhand play because he thinks I'm going to keep going forward, and I don't. I cut to the middle. He should have tried to stay between me and the goalie the whole time. There's no reason for him to be like past this face-off circle, like right in the middle. So he has to switch players at this point. This guy will be the best case option to try to poke this puck, but he's struggling to do that. So I end up taking a shot, which is pretty decent, but Vernon here for some reason plays a lot different than other goalies, and he's like way out here. It's okay. Nothing to worry about. And here he has 2 defensemen. Gets the puck. Again, best option would be to release it to this guy. He doesn't do that. Gets hit. Somehow still keeps the puck though. Lucky him. And then I'm here with an aggressive forecheck, trying to steal the puck from, which is aggressive forechecks are very tough to get out of your own zone, because I have people everywhere ready to take this puck, and quite honestly, not much you can do here, especially since my AI is going to time along the boards if he holds the puck for too long. So short passes would probably be the way to go. Pass it to Robitaille, who can then pass it to someone else. But he holds the puck. He finally gets it out to... Oh, he does get it out to Robitaille, so he makes a smart play there. He passes it upward to 81 Kessel. He's going in, and he takes a slap shot, or he fakes a slap shot. Oh, living life on the edge. But thanks to my amazing defense here, everyone's pretty much back checking, trying to get Kessel off of the puck, and I think he had a line change, which is what's going to happen if you spend too much time in the defensive zone. Your players are tired; they need to switch, get fresh legs, and so this forward's pretty much by himself here. His best case scenario, probably a lot sooner. Like, as soon as this right here, this time would be the best time to pass the puck to this guy right here. Well, I couldn't even see. It was Kane. But instead, he just he tries to take a shot here, and that's not going in. No matter how it works. So now we go the other way. I pass the puck to the guy that's wide open. And now we go the other way. Make a play. Stick handle. And I tried to do a toe drag past him, but I probably should have just shot this one. Probably to the left. Would have had a better opportunity. So here we got a loose puck in the defensive zone in this case. So this guy would probably be the best option to take it, but Duchesne, Eberle. Oh, this one's Duchesne. Okay, that's what I thought. So Eberle ends up getting some big burst of speed here, and he's able to make this play. So right here, it's kind of tricky because if you were to go in, try to get this puck, you have 2 Red Wings on you. What I probably would have done is what I mentioned with the controls in that video, is you poke loose pucks if you think you're not going to get it, because it'll get rid of the puck and it'll just create a completely different scenario. He tries to grab the puck here, and I end up poking it away from him. Right here, everyone's kind of converging on my guy. I have no chance to do anything. And I go back to the defensive side. I make him get a turnover, and I run into his guy. And so now I get a pretty clean opportunity right in front of the net here. So the only bet that the Chicago Blackhawks have is switching to this guy. Or this guy would probably be even better, and try to block a shot right around this angle and just let the ad do like whatever the hell he wants. But of course, he switches this guy a little too late, and I ended up taking the shot right where I wanted to, but it wasn't good enough. Another loose puck battle here. This guy's gonna get hit if he picks up the puck. At least most situations, or unless you don't want to risk boarding. I go for the hip check, which is why you do that. You'll never really get a boarding penalty with the hip check, but it still takes him out of the play. At least in this case, well, he somehow managed to get back into the play, but it's not what usually happens. Again, he hasn't learned his lesson about getting rid of the puck while along the boards. So I end up getting right back with my AI. He gets a nice poke check there. But this is still kind of like a 2-on-2 battle. And finally this guy gets it. I wait a little bit before trying to take a shot, top right. Doesn't work out. He makes a good poke check here, but that hardly ever happens. I don't even know what the hell happened actually. Looks like just me running, or him running into my guy was enough for him not to shoot, which is, well, it worked out for him, I guess. But right here, he probably should have went more to the right to try to stop me from taking this shot. So then I take another shot. I keep trying to take a shot just because, well, there's nothing better for me to do. Defensively, small passes. He passed it out to the right here. I think that was just button memory. Or maybe he was actually trying to pass that to the top right. He should have passed it to the left where his guys were just out in the open. He can just continue on with his plays. So turnover, he gives me the puck. I do a little fancy move. And right here again, the forehand's the most dangerous way that you can hold the stick because you can do so much different things with it and you can take a high quality shot. So you want to stick to, I guess in this case on the defense, you want to stick to the right side and make sure that I don't shoot this puck. If I do a deke right here, toe drag, or between the legs, it'll be hard to get by this AI. Sometimes it happens, but then you can even switch to this guy and try to stop me from doing anything else. But he makes the right call. He goes to the right side as I try to get by him with another toe drag. But even if I made it by him with the toe drag, it'd probably be hard to get by this guy. Makes the right call by trying to poke check a forehand opportunity. The puck goes back into the corner again, which is not his best place on the ice. Goes around, makes a weird pass, should have passed to the left, gives me the puck. And I make a weird pass. Well, actually no, this pass would have been okay, it just didn't go. Oh, it's because of, no. I don't know why the puck went this way. Should have went way out here to this guy. So he ends up getting the puck from my weird pass. Now it goes the other way. He's using Gomez. One of his randoms from Draft Champions. Scott Gomez, probably. He's going in, trying to make a play on my high-end players from Draft Champions. Not a good idea. Pass to Voracek, who can actually do something. But no, he's still going in with Gomez. He's trying to be a hero with like a 70 overall person. Not a good idea. Don't ever do that. Just pass to someone who can shoot the puck or can skate decently. No offense to any Scott Gomez fans out there. Just at least in this game. So that causes a turnover. I guess let's go back and see what I did on that play. So here I was shadowing him with the puck. I wasn't poking too hard just because I didn't want to poke him on the left side and try to get his skates. For some reason, Mata was with me, which I'd hope he wouldn't push as aggressively. But I was able to just try to like force him kind of out of the zone. At least that's my goal. Force him out of the zone so we can just kind of like reset the play. And so when he's all the way up here, I recognize, well, he's not going to be able to do anything over here to the right. I switch to Mata. So in case he decides to turn around, I can go to the left. But Backstrom, my AI makes the poke check. So then I just switch to Backstrom. Usually the AI won't get a tripping penalty. They'll get like high sticking penalties, slashing penalties, hooking penalties with the A button because they don't know how to use it either. But tripping penalties is not something that usually happens. So I get a breakaway. Defensively, not much you can do here. You try to go back and hope that your person's faster than mine. He has Pronger. I don't think he's as fast as Backstrom. So you have to do the tactic I showed you guys in the other video, stopping breakaways. You got to switch to the goalie. And since we know that I'm gonna go backhand, or even like a toe drag, I'm just gonna go on the right. Or I guess in this case I'd go to the left all the time. You switch to the goalie and either hug this post or just jump at him, just whatever. It's better than nothing. But that's just because you're playing an experienced player. And so I ended up just missing this. Terrible shot by Backstrom. That's why you're a playmaker. Now it goes the other way. Defensive zone. He gets the puck here with Weidman. And I can't see very much here. He tries to make a small pass to Voracek. I think that pass was a little bit too close, especially since Voracek was like running into Weidman. That pass wasn't gonna happen. So instead, it goes right here. So what I probably would have done, I would notice that Sharp is turning around, and since Sharp is turning around, I'd have more time with this guy to do something. Except because of my aggressive forecheck, Backstrom was back here. So if anything, I probably would have just passed it behind the net and hoped that this guy here, Pronger, would go back there and pick it up for me. Or even, you could even try to dump it to this guy. Not to Gomez, of course. No, the Gomez isn't going to beat anyone out. But if you had high-end players, you would dump it to this guy and hope that he picks up the puck somewhere around here. At least just gets it out of your zone. If you have tired legs because you've been in the defensive zone for too long. That's what ends up happening here. I didn't expect to pick up this puck because, well, why would just pass it to me for a good, clean opportunity like that? That's stupid. So my button memory made it so that I passed the puck out. But thankfully, this guy ends up getting it. So from here, I'm not going to score, but I end up taking a shot. I take a low shot. This might have actually been the end of the game, too. I take a low shot to try to hit the goalie and get a rebound for this guy so that he can just bury it. And on top of that, there isn't all that much I could have done. I could have passed it to this guy, too, and taken a one-timer. But I end up just going for the shot here, hoping that it goes a little bit more to the right to try to hit the goalie, but ends up bouncing off of them. Again, I probably would have just, like, defensively, I would have switched to this guy. Not this guy. This guy's in good position to stop a one-timer here. Taking one of these guys and just, like, came back to the edge of the circle. But my play doesn't work out, so he ends up going the other way. Neutral zone. He ends up going right by me here. Just for some reason, my hit didn't go, like my input. Like, he's just, like, I don't know what this guy was doing. He was just standing still the whole time. So it ends up letting him go right by me. But that's okay. I think right here you could have pressed the Y button to time up along the boards. But it goes this way, and I have a really fast person here in Sharp against his Marlowe. And so I'm kind of holding him to this right side here. He's not going to score at all, but at the same time, he doesn't have much plays. He just keeps going because the best that he could try to do, again, because of the line change, he has tired players out on the ice. Try to pass it to this guy, but I mean, that would just be very fortunate for him if he got it through, just because I have three guys here. So he ends up trying to skate backwards to make a play, and all my AIs kind of bite it. I poked the puck from him. So what I should have done was switch to this guy. Assuming he didn't pass it, I would have just waited up here for the puck for a pass, or if I poked it, could have been a breakaway because I would have kept going this way. So I'm poking the puck, and it goes out of the zone where this guy is kind of ready to go. End up getting it with Castle, who then passes it to this guy, Larkin, not Malkin. Same idea. Who is not one of the main players because he's just a random from Draft Champions, but he's still pretty decent since he's an 86 overall. So here I try to make a breakaway move, and I think I got really fortunate with this breakaway goal because in this game it's really hard to score a breakaway goal with a forehand right here. So I think this was kind of just dumb pure luck, me scoring like this, but I think it's also because of Vernon, because certain goalies have tendencies to do certain things. You notice how Vernon was playing really aggressive. He's like in different positions, and I think that analyzing goalies to try to figure out what they do, you might have a better chance at doing some unorthodox or scoring some unorthodox goals. So I don't know if something like this would work again, unless it's against Vernon. So there's nothing he could have done here, I imagine. Just not let Larkin get the puck. I think, let's see. If we go all the way out. So the earliest that he probably could have done something about this play. He makes... Okay, so he made the dumb decision right here to switch players when this guy was going full speed ahoy back to his defense. He switched players to this guy to try to, I don't know, try to steal the puck from Larkin, which didn't work out. And so this causes his AIs to turn around and doesn't end well for him. If he kept going without one player back, just so that he could have been guaranteed a player back on his defense, he would have been fine. But in this case, he gets burnt by Larkin. Even right here, I could have probably done a toe drag too and had a good chance. But for some reason, I decided to go back to my NHL 16 roots and take a forehand shot right there, which is why I'm saying it was kind of dumb luck because it doesn't go in NHL 17, other than right here. Okay, continuing on. Skate over, blah, 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 off the face-off, blah, blah, blah. So here we go for the tie-up. I went for the tie-up. That's why my player is rushing in for the puck. But of course, my player always struggles to get the puck after the tie-up. I don't know why that keeps happening. And so what he does, he switches to this guy. And again, by switching your guy to someone who's next to the puck, it kind of screws up what the AI was going to do. So that's why it kind of looks like Keith kind of got burned and did nothing because of that. Keith was probably going to go for a hit or a poke check or something, and it would have caused a completely different scenario. Instead, I go here with the puck, and there's no reason to be Keith anymore. You got to be Subban going to the left side. Try to stop a shot like the one I'm taking. Wait. Turns out I wasn't taking it. I was faking it. Jeez. Screwed up myself there, but the idea was just stay with them, just like the one-on-one situation. Don't let me take the shot this way. And of course, don't let me try to burn you on with a backhand toe drag. So I actually ended up scoring right here too. So I made it by him right here with the toe drag. I think that's another thing. When you're this close, it's really hard to poke check this. Just go for the hit. And he went for the poke check. Another thing you could do is always put your stick down on the ice. And so if I do a toe drag, it's going to be hard for me to get the puck, recover, and try to beat Vernon. I think this is just, again, Vernon's fault. Even if that guy got beat by the toe drag, I think a different goalie would have been a little bit more aggressive on this side. Because I wasn't toe dragging the goalie, I was toe dragging the player. But oh well, let's do nothing. Or, I still don't remember if this is like halfway through the game. Doesn't matter. Win the face-off, let's see. What's the time on this? We're about halfway through. So I lose the face-off, I'm aggressive again on this poke check. But he ends up passing, that's okay, that's going to happen. I don't care all that much. First thing I do is I switch to the player closest and furthest down. I kind of let my AI handle this a little bit, but because I kind of skated forward with him, the AI gets dumb. and lets this guy by, and then I make a dumb play, expecting like the AI to handle it. I think if I stuck to one person the whole time, this would have been a lot better. Instead, he gets a pretty decent opportunity here, high percentage shot. Or wait, is this the end of the period? Could even be the end of the period because I don't know why the goalie's like this. Yeah, it is. Okay, never mind, never mind. That's why he skated by. Okay, that's why I skated by. I did not make a dumb play. The whistle, you can't hear the whistle while well, it's like this. Okay, so continuing on. Oh, he was offside. Okay, that's what ended up happening. So let's actually go back a little bit to this. So he was offside right here. So I guess the idea was the computer was going to handle anything on the left side here if you were to like push in like you would always, or like people always do. And so this guy would have been here to back check in case he cut to the middle, and I would have been able to poke him or even lay him out with a big hit. Yeah, offside. Get the puck. I win the puck. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Make a quick pass to 88. Pasternak. Yeah, he's gonna score goals. Big player right here. And what he does is he decides to be pretty aggressive here. But he took a little too long to make that poke check. I think it's because he was skating very far to the left before I even got the pass. I think that's what caused him to or no, he just took forever. He negated the AI's move again. Poor choice. So now it pretty much would have been a 2-on-1. The other guy went back. So it's a 1-on-1 situation. You got to be a little bit more to the left, but don't cut too far to the left. And there's no reason for your defender, again, to be like out here. But I think somewhere like right here probably would have been fine. And so if I were to take a shot, it would be blocked. But at the same time, if I were to do a little move to the right with a toe drag, you've been able to come back pretty easily to the right. So it gives me a lot of space. I just shoot to the right. Go wide, miss the net. And let's see. Right after that shot, all of my Red Wings are going in on this aggressive forecheck. There's no chance for him to get the puck right here. And we get into a situation like this. So here I got plays in the back with a defender. I can't really do much with him, can't do much with him, and I can't go forward. So the only play to expect here is a pass to the back. Unless I just move back as well. So moving back or just passing back. And you need to anticipate that by as a defender. I guess switching to this guy, 'cause he can't really make a big one-timer right here. Switch to this guy and just hang around like this little area here, this little box. Just make sure that I, as a Red Wing, wouldn't do anything crazy with it. But he, for some reason, skates really far out here for no reason. So I'm able to just walk into the middle. And while normally like a little angle like this probably wouldn't work, I ended up taking a slap shot. Shot gets blocked. But I wouldn't expect something like this too much. Doubt it goes in all that much because just because of the way that like you take the slap shot, I feel like the accuracy is a little off. So it goes back here. Vernon gets it. He passes it out. I think he's winning face-offs. Oh. That's okay. Usually if you win most of the face-offs that you do, you should keep the puck by your goalie because you're just going to win another face-off in the defensive zone. Why pass the puck out? Why risk the other person scoring a goal? But you just need to be paying attention right here. So right here, defensively, trying to stop him from making a breakout pass. He makes a nice decision here to go to the right, go around the guy that's blocking a pass. I would have called him a dumbass if he skated right into the guy. But that's not the point. So he's going in here, and when I charge this guy to the right, he has no chance. There's no chance in hell. He probably could have done a deke to get out of this, or just passed it. But I ended up just choosing the aggressive play here, just so that he wouldn't continue going full speed to the right. I think part of my decision making here was the fact that he was hustling forward meant that it would have been really hard for him to do anything else. I mean, you have to pull back on your stick to make a deke, or even just like a pass back is difficult from the hustle for it to be accurate. So you go for the hit, make sure he doesn't go right, and then maybe like at the end there, because he pulled back, he was trying to like do something, but it was too late. So my defender coming back, my forward coming back, helps out a little bit. And here, I think I made a dumb play forward. I probably should have passed it, but I thought that if I gained enough speed, I could just whiz by everybody. That's not the case. So here he goes this way. This probably would set up for a good one-timer. Let's see what ends up happening. So this was my poor decision. I think maybe it's because I was trying to switch to this guy and I never could. But because I could never switch to this guy, you see me like pressing right trigger, like, oh, I finally got him, but it's already too late. What you could do here is hold down the right trigger so you can switch to the guy furthest back, so I wouldn't have to like mess around with it over here. I kind of just expected it to be the guy furthest back, but that didn't happen. And so it takes me forever here. He has a 2-on-0 opportunity, and what does he not do? Pass it. If he passed it, he could have scored right here. Like, pass it right here. I don't think I would have got a poke check in time. But what I should have done, hold the right trigger, come back here, and then try to block off a pass. He tries to go for, I guess, like a backhand forehand shot, which, as we learned, doesn't do much from that position. Pass it out because I'm losing faceoffs. As soon as I passed it here, notice on the bottom right, it shows you what I was doing. So I passed it to the top left. That's where I was aiming. And then as soon as I got the puck, I switched my movement to the right to try to make a quick glide play. And I even like to pull it back like that, just so that if he goes for a poke check, he trips me. Then he switches to this guy, which is his only play. The problem is I also have a guy down here. Is that what I end up doing? Yep, I end up passing it, and there's not much you can do here. You kind of just have to glide to the left with this guy. Subban again. Yep. Glide to the left and hope that your guy here would be able to come back and I guess do something if he were to pass it, or if he were to try to take a shot, like hold it down. Because I could have easily just held this down, just went to the right and just taken a shot. But I decided to pass it because it seemed like a better play. He dives, and I go for the forehand shot again, but I think I only did that just because it worked the first time. I mean, Vernon goes for a weird poke. I had an empty net, but he somehow comes back with the glove. It's only on Vernon with this work. Anyone else, you just hold onto the puck for a little bit longer and do something else. Gets Vernon back. He passes the puck out to the right here, which it would have been fine if he passed the puck out to the right immediately, but it looks like he kind of held on to it for a little longer, which caused this guy to move away from the puck. I think if anything, I would have passed it. Oh, that's actually a tough one. I probably would have tried to see this guy moving upward, and I passed it upward. But while I did say always pass it behind the net, I mean, my guy was waiting behind the net. So that's not a good idea. I'd probably pass it top left. Because there's no way that there's no way that the Red Wings would score right here if you push the puck out top left. And of course this guy was waiting, and hopefully maybe this guy would have came back if this guy was too far to the right. But no, instead passes out to the right where there's kind of no one around. This guy has to come all the way back. Oh, he's already in the corner. It's okay, it works out for him. So now aggressive forecheck, got 3 Red Wings in the offensive zone. He's back here. This guy's open. I'd probably pass it immediately to this guy. Screw the short passes here. Be a risky play to get it to this guy. So I'd pass it to this guy, and then since this guy's kind of closing in, I'd probably pass it again to this guy since he's moving forward. Is it a forward or a defenseman? Tanguay. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I forgot if Tanguay. I think Tanguay was a forward. Which is what he ends up doing. So he made the smart play here and made it past most of my defensemen. And the other way around, for me, what I should have done was probably grab this guy and anticipate something like this and let the AI handle this guy, because this guy's not moving anywhere. It's going to be really hard for him to get by my AI. So if I switch to this guy, I probably would have been able to anticipate a pass and done something about it a lot sooner. Although this guy poke checking right here almost got it too. It was just like a little bit off. You know what? How off was it exactly? How off was it? Oh, too fast. Milliseconds almost. The stick goes over the puck. So that could have been pretty bad for him because it would have went back into his zone where my guys were pretty much waiting. One of the perks of having a aggressive forecheck is you can make a poke like that and it wouldn't be offside. Now we go the other way, one-on-one situation. He decides to take the hustle route toward the left side here. So my guy would skate over to the left and poke it because those are really easy to poke. Go over to the boards here. This AI is going to do board play, not foreplay, but board play. And I come in for the support. I probably should have been on lower down because I knew that, or if I was paying attention, this guy, Ovechkin, would have been up here to cancel out and pass there. I guess the worst part about board play is that he can pass it like outward. So he could have passed it to this guy, and that could be pretty dangerous. So maybe it wasn't too bad of a play. It's just that now he still has a puck. He's able to do stuff with it. He takes an errant slap shot. Best to have just passed it to this guy. That's okay. Because he takes that slap shot, I'm ready to block the shot here. And by block the shot, I mean just get in the way. Because I was ready for this guy to pass it, and he doesn't. So whatever. So instead, we keep rushing forward because this guy's had a burst of speed. Cronwall? Ristolainen? No. Ristolainen, okay. He has a burst of speed, and I'm trying to poke it from this guy because it's going towards him. When do I poke? I poked a little late. I should have poked right here. About this distance. And it could have given me a breakaway, but I'm still hoping for the breakaway. I'm hoping that like my skate hits the puck, because that can happen too, but of course this is what happens. My skate goes right over the puck! Oh well. Who cares? So he ends up getting... Well, actually, no, he loses the puck. It's not too bad. So instead what happens is my defenseman... who's that? Pavelski? Pasternak again. Picks up the puck and gives it to Ristolainen for a breakaway, but it's not quite a breakaway because he stops in front of the net. But let's go back here for a second. So I got a little fortunate with whatever was about to happen there. Back here, let's say this guy did keep the puck right after, like after me just skating right by him. He probably would have gone for Sorry about that. Controller disconnect. It happens occasionally. He probably would have shot the puck because he pretty much had no other decision to make here. And so then again, if he still had the puck with Pasternak, he would try to slap shot. His slap shot would have been on the right over here. He would have been taking the shot probably right as well. So with Ristolainen, you wanted to skate to the right. Unless he started moving to the left, of course. That's a different story. We end up passing the puck out. And it's a breakaway. I go for a toe drag. Let's go. Wins the face-off. I have good timing, of course, but it's not enough. Because Duchesne is not a face-off pro. He goes for a quick pass here to break out into my zone. And looking at this here, he's got a lot of speed to be able to just burn through all of my defensemen, and that's what he kind of ends up doing. But since all of my all of my defensemen are kind of making a flying V formation for some reason, he goes for the backhand, forehand, backhand. Let's see what's he end up doing. You know, he doesn't even do that. If he did a backhand, forehand, backhand, he probably would have had a better chance with Bure of all people. So that's pretty much why he was able to get through everybody, because Bure. Russian Rocket. Again. Which we haven't seen too much of this game. And what I should have done is not let him get the puck. No, let's see. So he passed it, and of course he's ready to go out. Because all my attention's up here as a forward to try to steal this puck. Okay, so I guess with Hamada, I shouldn't have just like waited to see what he did. I should have just rushed back because that was my left defender. So of course that part's gonna be wide open. I was treating him like a forward, where you kind of want to set up along the blue line as a forward to stop him from going into your zone. So he does this, blah, 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 stuff happens. I kind of get a little lucky defensively where that doesn't go in. And I get rid of the puck here with a slap shot. I don't think I meant to take a slap shot. Oh. Of course time runs out. Haha. I'm just getting rid of the puck here because I have two forwards on me, forechecking. So either passing it back to the defender here, if of course the time wasn't about to expire, just pass it forward, it would be fine. And as a ref, I don't know if skating backwards here towards the benches is the way to go. But it certainly makes for a cool looking dance. We'll just do this for a little bit. Alright, moving on. So I think this is the third period now. Almost done. I think he ends up rage quitting midway through this period. Again, I'm very aggressive here, and this time I have a defender, and he cuts to the middle, which as soon as he cuts to the middle, I end up switching players to I think this is going to be my center. And I should have been a little bit more aggressive to try to stop him from getting this shot. But it's still kind of hard to score from here, except when you're Bure. I wouldn't say it's hard to score. So I guess under normal circumstances, I think he should have waited a little bit longer, cut a little closer to the middle here before trying to shoot it. Or, again, go left as if it was on a breakout. I kind of waited too long to see what he was going to do, and he ends up taking just a quick shot. It doesn't go anywhere. Back the other way. Let's see. So he is kind of doing the same play that I do, where he used the left defenseman to go right. But look, his right defenseman wasn't buying into that system. And actually, it was his AI who ends up getting this poke. Oh, because he went for the stick lift. That's terrible. Do not go for the stick lift. In case you guys weren't unaware of that already. So his AI makes the play for him. I try to get this D-to-D one-timer. Doesn't work out. Too much pressure on me. So I go the other way. He ends up going for a hit instantly. Which is, I guess, the right call here as long as it's not boarding. But I get the puck back. And go the other way. So, one thing I do want to tell you guys, which I mentioned in the Refuse to Lose episode, where if you just got out of the offensive zone, like I did, because of that stray puck, it causes his defenders to come up like this. Like they see that the puck has gone out of the zone, like that, and they push up really far, like towards the blue line. So what this allows me to do is go full speed and try to beat them because they don't have enough speed. In this case, doesn't work out as well, but that's usually what ends up happening. So if you ever get a situation like that where you lose the puck in the offensive zone, it goes to the neutral zone, you get the puck back, you skate full speed back into the offensive zone. Good things will happen. If you can make it by, like, the forwards. Because the defenders will be out of position. So here I do a little spin to try to get by him. He ends up taking the puck back from me somehow. Spins don't work as well as I want it to. And what he decides to do is cut towards the middle towards Vernon to try to get like a pass or something, but you don't ever want to be in front of the goalie to make like a pass while there's a guy on you because he can just poke it, I can just poke it, and it could easily head into the net because Vernon's not ready for to make a save like that. It's not even a shot. So I end up poking it, and it goes right to this guy. What he should have done was probably just, with all that pressure, just pass it back to this guy behind the net. So I end up stealing the puck, but he gets it right back. Lucky him. But then, let's see what happens here. I think he goes for a pass forward to the left. Like that, and I end up poking it. Because poke check's OP. I get it right back. I just try to get rid of the puck here. Or maybe I do a cute little play with faking a slap shot so everyone can get the hell off of me. I get a redirection that wouldn't have counted as goal if it went in. He ends up passing this puck out. This is one of those cases where you pass the puck out backwards. And I get the puck. I take a pass. He steals the pass. I get it right back. And I make this sexy play right here, which made him rage quit. Toe drag, and I pass it, and I score. That's what I meant to do the first time yesterday. Yesterday in the Refuse to Lose episode. I went for the toe drag pass, but like the pass input took too long. So, toe drag, pass, score. And he is out of here. So that's what I had to show you guys in terms of defense, positioning, and analyzing the play. I guess I did do a little bit of analyzing on offense too, but this was mostly for defense. What should have been done, what you should have been doing. I guess what has been done. So that's going to end the episode. Hopefully I covered a lot of different scenarios that you could be in. And hopefully this helps you guys out. Maybe in the future I'll come back with another episode like this where there'll be some different scenarios, maybe against a much stronger player. So it'll end up differently. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Whoa. Whoa. It's no face, man. See right through him. That's cool. Scary, but cool. Hey, I also know who this is. This is Malkin. Because it's 71 backwards and you can kind of see, oh, what the hell is this? This is fun. I like this. Alright, doesn't matter. Bye bye.